you are our pin-up person because you are a living example that it is possible to beat sexism in politics, because we're seeing it here now, the acting Prime Minister of Australia. And a woman, and a very proud woman too.
Thank you very much. I believe work choices became an emblem of how the Liberal Party no longer understood the needs of working families. The Australian people rightly concluded that a government which didn't understand working families relied on basic conditions like overtime pay and penalty rates and being able to take a public holiday. We should never go back to those days when working people were meant to be terrified into submission by men in balaclavas and attack dogs. The 1998 MUA dispute is now part of this nation's history, and it will continue to be studied and discussed for years to come.
It's unfortunate that the previous government took their eye off the ball. So obsessed were they with attacking the union and you as workers that they forgot about the importance of the maritime sector.
We want to be an organising union. We don't want to be a bureaucratic or a hierarchical union. Unions that represent workers and that workers find their voice in, but also building outwards into our communities and reclaiming our communities.
One thing that really strikes me with all the comments, and that is that organised labour is decreasing. What a revelation for us in the room. In actual fact, it's been a revelation for all of us for 30 frickin' years.
If you look at any of the recent history of trade unions in Australia and worldwide, you only have a future if you have density.
It's important in terms of the leadership that we have shown to the entire labour movement in this country, that the most right-wing union in the country, being yourselves, and the most left-wing union in the country can come together on common ideals and work together to do what we're actually paid to do what we're in the union for in the first place, which is to organise, which is to build the power of working people.
We need to get rid of AWAs through the system, not just the passing of the transition bill, which has happened now, but all AWAs out of the system, and ensure that even employers who continue to have them get rid of them and they're replaced by collective agreement. That's the first issue. The second is that we're committed to the restoration of a comprehensive safety net. And if the last federal election, I think, stood for anything, really meant anything, it was that the Australian people thought that Howard went too far in getting rid of those protections that have applied in Australia, that minimum safety net that the award system provided. That's got to be restored.